Yes, a string of voting restrictions was struck down this week in Wisconsin, Texas, and most notably North Carolina, birthplace of Charlie Rose, Vince McMahon, Gallagher, and Fred Durst, or as I like to call them, the real Mount Rushmore. All three states were criticised for enacting laws with a racially discriminatory effect, but the Fourth Circuit had particularly strong language for North Carolina.
The court called it the most restrictive voting law North Carolina has seen since the era of Jim Crowe, saying the law's provisions target African Americans with almost surgical precision.
Wow. Targeting African Americans with almost surgical precision. That is not a phrase you ever want to hear outside of a marketing meeting for Dark and Lovely Healthy Gloss Shea Butter Relaxer. I think it's okay for me to tell that joke. I'm pretty sure that joke is fine. I'm about 80% confident we have no problem there. The point is, when you hear what North Carolina's voter ID law contained, it is hard to disagree with that court.
The law required voters to show certain photo IDs that white voters were more likely to possess and eliminated other voter access tools like same-day registration and a full week of early voting. Scaling back early voting effectively eliminated one Souls to the Polls Sunday, where African-American churches provide transportation for voters.
It's true, they limited Souls to the Polls, which is not to be confused with my charity foundation, Souls to the Polls, which sends shoes to Polish people, despite the fact they haven't asked for them, don't need them, and have repeatedly asked me to stop. Now, to be fair, at the time, politicians in North Carolina were insistent that this bill was passed for good reasons.
Republican State Representative David Lewis chaired the Elections Committee when that bill passed. He says it makes the voting process fairer.
Even if you want to attest or believe that we did something for partisan advantage, it certainly wasn't done with a racially discriminatory intent.
That is an amazing pushback. Oh, I'm happy to let you say we did this to disenfranchise Democrats, but not black people. Please paint me as the correct kind of arsehole. Please do me that good. Good day, sir. I said good day! Unfortunately, as the court pointed out, race clearly was a factor, given that before the law passed, legislators specifically requested data on voting practices by race, and then, upon receipt of the race data, the General Assembly enacted legislation that restricted voting and registration in 5 different ways, all of which disproportionately affected African Americans. And just think about that. They didn't just go with their gut and think it would be discriminatory. They got the spreadsheets, crunched the numbers, and they knew it would be. I don't know how you did it, North Carolina, but I think you officially moneyballed racism. Forget first in flight. Your new state motto should be North Carolina, ignorance at its smartest. But for now, let's move on. Let's move on to Turkey, a.k.a.